Hi folks, yeah. I mean, these are very, very strange times as vegans that we live in. Some people tell us that there are, 850,000 vegans in the United Kingdom. Really, yeah? Where are they? They're not here, are they? You know, back in the 1980s, I've been vegan for 36 years now, and I'll always be vegan. It's the best thing I've ever done, best thing anybody can do, and anybody can be vegan, anybody. No excuses. There's flexitarianism, reducitarianism, polytarianism, vegivorism, God knows what it goes on, this dilution attempts they trying with these trendy captions nowadays. Yeah, no excuses, no part-time animal abuse, not acceptable. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, 850,000 vegans, wow, and tens of millions of vegans around the world, you know. We've got 30 million vegans alone just in China now. 30 million out of a population of 1,000 million, but 30 million. But the thing is, I mean, that's a good point actually. I mean, China, the place in the world with the largest amount of vegans and the fastest growing amount of vegans anywhere in the world is incidentally the place where the animal kill figures is increasing at the greatest level. More vegans, more animals killed. Right, because of growing wealth, increased wealth, GDP per capita. This is the main fueler in the world today of animal abuse is available and increasing wealth. If you divide the percentage increase of every human throughout the entire world, you divide the animal kill increase between them. For every year that goes by now, every single human being on this planet is consuming 4% more animal product year on year on year due to increased GDP per capita. By 2050, half of the world's population will be considered as middle classes. As they become middle class, they naturally emanate the people around them. They want to see, they want to fit in. They move their protein intake from plant-based, from plant protein to animal protein. It's a natural thing. They can do it, they will do it, unless they're educated otherwise. So, sadly, time is running out, and by 2050, the kill increase for meat animals will be 74% based on today's figures. 74% increase, and for dairy animals, 54% increase. In just 31 years, this is an absolute catastrophe, an absolute disaster. And what are the vegans doing? Who's holding us back? Are the animal abuse industries holding veganism back today? Are they holding the vegans back? No. They're laughing at us. They're laughing at us because they can't understand why we stand still. They can't understand why we haven't taken it to street level. Yeah? They're going to hit back at us so hard. They're well organised, well financed, yeah? They're well led. They've got so much money. They're going to debunk veganism on a dietary level. They're already throwing so much money at this with their campaigns, their W Dare and all the rest of it. Just yesterday, that we know what happened. They forced the vegan camp out to expel the SABs from the camp out. How disgraceful! How disgraceful to jump into bed with the animal abusers. And how naive to put the vegan camp out, by the way, on the enemy's turf in the first place. How utterly naive. Okay, in 2017, in light of these projected increased kill figures and the catastrophe, right, we've got to activate vegans. I became aware of the creation of the vegan flag a couple of years ago by Gad Hakimi from Israel. And I said to Gad, you know, we do need a flag. A flag's a very strong thing, and we do need to unite the vegan movement globally. But to do that, you've got to have the right remit. You've got to say, okay, well, what is it? What is veganism? Everybody, the start point is, what is veganism? What does it mean? I said, it's not a diet. We should never, ever say veganism is a diet. It's a lifestyle. And so I decided to put a new definition together because I saw the deficits in the Vegan Society definition. Now nobody worships the pioneers of veganism more than me. I've got a shrine to Donald Watson in my house, you know.
You have?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Top of my stairs. Yeah, and I know all about Donald Watson. I know all about the history of the Vegan Society and veganism, where we've come from. And I've reflected, where have we come from? Where are we today? And where do we need to try to be, and how do we need to get there? We've always got to consider where we've been, where we are, where we're going. Yeah, a lot of people can't do this. A lot of people only been in vegans a few weeks, or it takes a long time. And it's took me years to decide to make this new definition. But it's been done out of necessity, total necessity. It's been rebuffed by the Vegan Society, of course. They say they're going to continue. The spokesman said, we don't think Tony's definition inspires people, and we're going to continue with the definition as coined by Donald Watson in 1944. Well, the problem is their spokesman, they're very this is how organised the Vegan Society are. They don't even know that Donald Watson never coined a definition of veganism in 1944. That was done by Leslie J. Cross in 1951. Watson was long gone to Keswick then. He went from Leicester up to Keswick. He was gone, he'd never seen again. And actually, he never even coined the word vegan. That was his wife, Dorothy, to dance in Leicester in 1944. I could go on about these things, but my God, how can they not even know their own history? And they dare try to rebuff me. Yeah? Okay. The Vegan Society definition. The Vegan Society definition of veganism is as follows. Veganism is a way of living which seeks to exclude, as far as possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing and any other purpose. Okay, that's all right. I mean, where's the mention of the stem of the problem for a start, which is speciesism? Yeah, how can we have a movement where that aims to fundamentally change psychological attitudes, you know, towards animals, treat them for not treating them based on what they are, but upon who they are, yeah, as individuals with rights to breathe the same air as we do. If he doesn't recognise that, where's a mention of habitat destruction? And what does it do apart from say, don't do this, don't do that? This is something that I call, this is the problem with vegans today. It's like self-gratification veganism. I've coined a term for this, self-veganism. You've got self-vegans who just want to like munch on donuts and talk endlessly about the bloody, how many pies or pizzas that you can get God knows where, and they just go on and on and on. They worship their YouTube vegan celebrities endlessly. And they never think, you know, well, maybe I should actually get out of this chair and actually do something myself, you know? So we need to move from the self-vegans, there's active vegans, and this is a problem. It's all to do with the mindset, and the mindset is out of kilter compared to the 1980s. I dreamed in the 1980s, I thought I knew. If we had a couple 100,000 vegans, I thought, like us back then, the way we used to get stuck into the animal abusers, I just knew that we could cause utter havoc for the animal abusers. Utter havoc, and have them on the back foot. It wasn't to be. Our numbers grew. They grew so much, particularly in the last 12 years. But sadly, something's happened. They've all gone to sleep, you know. The mindset is wrong, and they've all turned to self-veganism. Just talking about seeing it as only what they do to themselves, what they put on their own skin, what they put into their own mouths, without thinking, hold up, if this is about the prevention of the committal of mass atrocity, then we have a duty to educate the person to the left and to the right, and to the front and to the back, to also refrain from committing these atrocities. We do have a duty, because we are their only voice. No one else can do it. Only a vegan can educate a non-vegan to go vegan. So, my definition of veganism, which has now been officially adopted by the International Vegan Flag, that we need the entire vegan population of the world to rally under, is as follows. Veganism is a way of living that seeks to exclude, as far as is possible and practicable, all forms of exploitation of animals, which extends beyond dietary considerations to the avoidance of all types of animal use or abuse, including harm to their natural habitats. It includes a moral duty to actively oppose animal exploitation by encouraging and educating others to become vegan, with the core aim being the eradication of speciesism. Okay, thanks a lot. What we've done, we've got this little flyer which tells, it's just a little intro to the vegan flag, the new definition, which myself and Justina upon it, we're going to try and post out to every vegan cafe in the United Kingdom for people to take from there. So if you can just help us with saving on postage, if you know any vegan cafes, anybody in your areas, come and see Justina and myself at the back, take some flyers and 100 or so per cafe, and just help us distribute those. But anyway, yeah, thanks everyone for being active. Brilliant, thank you.
Thanks, Tony.